Louis d'Aubusson de la Feuillade, Duc de Roannais, was a French military officer and a Marshal of France from 1724 until his death. Early life. La Feuillade, born on 30 March 1673, was the son of François d'Aubusson de la Feuillade, also a Marshal of France, and Charlotte de Gouffier. He married first the daughter of the Marquis de Châteauneuf, a French Under-Secretary of State and Naval Secretary, and, after the end of this marriage, wed the daughter of Michel Camillet, the Secretary of State for War under Louis XIV of France. At age 15, La Feuillade joined the French army, which soon found itself fighting in the 9 Years' War. La Feuillade raised a regiment of horse, serving with it during the Battle of Fleurus. La Feuillade fought during several other battles of the 9 Years' War, including Néerwinden and Charleroi. According to one source, in the mid-1690s, La Feuillade deprived his relation, the Bishop of Metz, of 30,000 crown hoard of gold and jewels. This placed his career in jeopardy, but he retained his officer's commission in the army and continued to serve throughout the war, which ended in 1697. La Feuillade's cavalry regiment was disbanded at this time. War of the Spanish Succession. After the outbreak of the War of the Spanish Succession, La Feuillade obtained a brigadier's commission and, a year later, that of a maréchal de camp. When the French government planned a campaign aimed at conquering the country's smaller neighbor, Savoy, he was given command of a large division of the troops involved. He achieved several successes against the Savoyards, and, with orders to capture Nice and Wanglia, La Feuillade marched on the former, capturing several outlying forts and towns. Although the citadel of Nice continued to resist, the city itself surrendered to the French on April 13, 1705. 6 days later, he left the city without having obtained the surrender of the citadel, as a ceasefire was arranged. When the Duc de Vendôme was sent to Flanders in 1706, after the Battle of Ramillies, La Feuillade became his successor as supreme commander of the French troops in Italy. In late 1705, La Feuillade was ordered to take Turin from Austrian and Allied forces, who occupied much of Italy. Turin withstood the long siege, and, in late August and early September 1706, the defenders beat back several major French assaults. As a result of his failure, La Feuillade was removed from command. Later service. Despite his failures during the war, La Feuillade was made a Marshal of France in 1724, a year before his death.